That rounds out the scores and highlights and stuff from last week. But let's kind of take it over to prospect of the week to round this out. And Tyler, if you want, I'll let you go first so Pete can kind of get a break here quick.
Yeah, kind of saved this guy from earlier, but from St. Lawrence, for me, it's going to be Mickey Lotus, a 2026 who's uncommitted. Coach's son, but he plays that way in the best, and I mean that in the best way possible. Just a really fundamentally sound baseball player. Just kind of does everything right on the field. He was batting in the 9 spot for him, but man, I really loved every single at bat that kid took. His first AB hits a single into left, and Mickey's fast. Like he ran a 6.79 for us this past winter at the All State event we ran at the Max, and man, he's busting his tail out of the box and tries to stretch it into a double. Left fielder, credit to him, made a great throw. They got him out probably by a hair, but just love the way he plays the game. Just hair on fire. Works really quality at bats at the plate as well. So big fan of Mickey. That was my first time ever seeing him play, but just think he's an all-around talented baseball player, and he's going to be a nice steady force for the Vikings to have all year.
Yeah, and then my prospect of the week is going to be right-handed pitcher Beckett Weber out of Normal Community. He threw in that game that I was at, and threw 2 innings in relief, struck out 3, walked 2. I like the way that he moves. Pretty easy, not a ton of effort to it. Kind of a shorter arm action. Worked in the low 80s throughout his 2 innings of work. 11.5 shape on the breaker, and then I really liked his changeup too. He didn't use it a ton, but when he did, it had like a ton of fade, kind of depth to it. So good stuff there from uncommitted 2026 back at Weber.
I can hop in with my guy really quick. Connor Griffin, like I mentioned, uncommitted junior from Maine South, 6'4", around 200 pounds. I'm trying to think of the exact, I think it was like 195 is what he was listed as, but he was 80, 84, threw the ball really well for them against a tough Libertyville squad, threw a ton of strikes, was getting some swing and miss on the fastball in the zone, and it kind of had like a tilt, like he was a tall fall, kind of tilt topple kind of mover, like really easy, and not a ton of effort to it, but it would kind of come from a higher release, and at the bottom of the zone it would get some tilt, but at the top it would kind of play with a little more finish. But he was getting swing and miss on it, and the fastball had some bigger, like over the top break with depth in the low 70s. So uncommitted arm, just the ease and like the repeatability for him to throw strikes at that size stood out. Man, there's definitely more in the tank with just how easy it was. He's an arm to get on for sure.
All right, and I'll finish this up here with player of the week, prospect of the week, outfielder Cole Latimer, DeKalb 2026, uncommitted. A number of different reasons why I chose him. One being the fact that DeKalb is 10-0. Give him a little shout out. Cole Latimer definitely playing a role on that, but he's ranked number 62 in the state right now. 6'3", 187 pounds, and it's a long levered, loose mover. With all kinds of like muscle still to come and just strength and physicality in general that's going to come. And he's the type of guy that could probably add 15 pounds, and it may be hard to tell like on his frame just the way he would carry it. But he was at our preseason All-State this winter, ran a 7.2 360, was 92 from the outfield, and just loved the way he kind of roamed around. Long strided, had some actions, a loose arm that like the ball was exploding out of the hand. And then kind of the same type of mover like in the box. He's a right-handed hitter, had an exit velocity of 104 is what he peaked at, and he launched his furthest baddest ball at 358. But you watch the swing and it's loose and he's got leverage and he was on the barrel a lot and it's gap to gap and the path works. And I really like the upside to his entire game. I definitely think he's one to watch out there at DeKalb.